What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. Big shout out to my doggy Darren Hooson for coming through and boosting up the coin. So we got some breaking news right now regarding Ben Whittaker and the status of the rematch with Liam Triple G Cameron. Okay, so off the rip, we got an article here. Update provided on Whittaker versus Gennady Cameron. Liam Gennady Cameron. Yeah, Liam Gennady Cameron. How about that? 100%. So, the quotes are here from essentially Cameron's manager, Lee Eaton. I've had a good chat to his lawyer last night. Interesting convo. The rematch will happen. I'm sure of it. Now, I mean, lawyers, man. Yeah, when you're dealing with them Cohen and Rothbergerstein cats, associates, LLP cats, yeah. That's what their job. Their job is to silver tongue your ass. Pause. That's what their job is. They ain't never gonna tell you the truth. They'll be telling one guy one thing and another guy another thing. That's what they'll be doing. So, there's no way Ben Whittaker's team are going to come out and say, oh, we don't want that fight. Because right now, public opinion, they're at the bottom. They're at the troughs. Right? And there's some murmurings now. I'll show you the quote here from Ben Shalom. Ben Shalom commented in the same period in the last day or two on the status of Whittaker, and he said, we want to make sure that he's absolutely A-OK, and then yes, he should be able to go. He will not fight this year, but we're looking for a big homecoming in February or March. Cameron is the fight that's in the forefront of my mind, and it's in the forefront of his mind. But first and foremost, we need to see him come back fit. So, listen, when I read that, I think there's two things to talk about here. Number one, what was number one? Number one was, any second now, YB's slow looking ass brain's gonna kick in. Number one was, let's talk about number two then. I know number two. Number two was, why ain't Whittaker mentioned about rematching Cameron himself? That's why I'm skeptical. Why is he not come out? Listen, he normally got the most to say. He normally say way too much. Oh man, Beterbiev, he's small and I like Kane in video games. He got a whole bunch to say normally. And instead he came out the other day and put some weird movie. He should have come out and said, listen, where's he from? Sheffield? I don't know. Let's assume Liam Cameron's from Sheffield. He should have come out and said, listen, you see you, the plumber from Sheffield, you're getting it. Yeah? 100%. I'm light skinned, 6'2", 175 pounds, lean. You're getting it. You're plumber from Sheffield. You see that in bars there? That's what you should have come with. Instead, Whittaker came out. Ooh, let's put some corny video out, some corny meme out. Yeah? No one ain't trying to hear that, Ben Whittaker. So if Ben Whittaker's on it, I shouldn't, all due respect, you're a grown-ass man. This ain't the amateurs where you're 12 years old and your coach need to speak for you or your parents need to speak for you. Why are we only hearing serious bars from Ben Shalom? Oh, where was it? Oh, I know it's in his mind. Where was it? We want to make sure that he's absolutely okay. Blah, blah, blah. Cameron is the fight. Yeah. Cameron is the fight that is in the forefront of my mind and it's in the forefront of his mind. We don't know that. I've heard him, don't forget, in that video he put out the other day, he put in there, my comeback's going to be big. He's made no mention of Liam Gennady Cameron. That's what he's not done. Yeah? He don't dare speak his Lord's name in vain like that. That's the evidence we got. Because you didn't get punched up on your own, Ben Whittaker. Liam Gennady Cameron, he punched your head off. And he was fixing to finish your ass. And why ain't you mention his name? I'll pass you the bars already. The plumber from Sheffield. Yeah? I'll pass you them bars. What more you want to do? Sit there posting memes. Oh, my comeback. What comeback? Listen, Ben, let me tell you something now. There is no comeback like that for you. Yeah, this ain't the reroute. Oh, I've come into some adversity now. Let's replan our career. Listen, Liam Cameron's solid. I actually think his resume, it doesn't do him justice to his skill level, but equally, he's not the second coming of Artur Imad Beterbiev. He's not the second coming of Artur Imad Butterbivel's head. That's what he's not. Yeah, he's solid, but he's still not that premium level. It's not like it's a... If you're any good, like he's supposed to be, Ben Whittaker, 3 million Instagram followers. If his Instagram followers reflected how good he was at any level, you should really be. It's not going to be an easy fight, but you should be dealing with Liam Cameron. That's what you should be doing. And the things I read here about he will not... I get it, he's not going to fight this year, whatever. His ankle's sprained. But we're looking for a big homecoming in February or March. So that in itself, we're looking for a big homecoming. Yeah? It's not... That is an open question. Oh, we're looking to make a big homecoming fight. All they have to say is, well, Liam Cameron doesn't sell in the homecoming fight, so we're looking for a big homecoming derby. Them kind of narrative is what they'll start spinning. Yeah? Really, the focus shouldn't... There should be no talk of homecoming. Homecoming's like, okay, I just popped a dude in Saudi. I just popped Liam Cameron in Saudi, and now I'm coming to the homecoming tour. You down bad. Yeah, this should be the revenge I'm fighting Liam Cameron tour. There's no homecoming. There's no bells and whistles. I got business to handle. Ben Shalom, his mind somewhere else, talking about homecomings. You don't have homecomings for a loser. You don't have homecomings for a loser, right? You don't have homecomings for a loser who quit. Jump out the ring. Make it make sense. It does not make any sense. Yeah? And I'm still trying to think of the bar I wanted to talk about. It says here... Oh, that was it. I actually think what's most likely is that they're looking to do, from people I'm speaking to close to the situation, I'm hearing they want to do a warm-up fight before Cameron. Yeah? That's what they want to do. It says here, Cameron's in the forefront of our mind, but first and foremost, we need to see him come back fit. So, we've heard them bars before. Yeah, this fight's in my... like Eubank says that all the time. Yeah, the big fights are in my forefront. No, sorry. The big fights are on my mind, the front of my mind. But first, I need to fight 3 or 4 bums on the trot. That's what Eubank be doing. So we know there is a consistency within light-skinned, melanated individuals to like to fight bums first, before they take any risk. Especially after getting their head popped. And Ben Whittaker got his head popped. So, not my words. They're telling you. This statement here, all it should have read of is, we ain't sleeping till we get Liam Cameron. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Yeah? Simple as that. We're having him next in February. If he wants to fight in February or March, which is what you're talking about here, we're fighting Liam Cameron in February or March. Just going through the details now. That should be the narrative. Instead, we're talking about... People, if something's actually on the forefront of your mind, you don't need to say it's there. It just is. It's actions speak louder than words is what I'm trying to get at here. Yeah? If you're actively trying to... February is not long away, people. We're in November or even March. It's not long away in terms of a fight scheduling. So, if you've really got Cameron in the front of your mind, you should have had conversations, getting something done. Not, it's on the forefront, but we need to make sure it's fit, aka he needs to come back and fight a bum of the month campaign. I'm not being funny, but again, I rate Liam Cameron. He's undervalued based on his CV. Equally, Ben, all he's done is fight complete no goods. You know, he's been fighting the twos and 3s out of 10 tops. So, whilst Cameron looks like a big hill for him to climb, Cameron's not a big enough hill to take a step down, is the part I'm trying to get at. Yeah, it's not like he just got beat by Beterbiev and now he's looking to have a homecoming. This is you have to do this next type fight. And I'm like, YB, you're wrong. You're just trying to always hate, and he wants Cameron. Why hasn't he told us? He's a grown-ass man. We haven't heard him mention his name. Yeah, he's scared of that name. Liam Gennady Cameron. He don't want that name like that. He don't. And I believe they'll try and build him up again, pump his head full of confidence. Same as Naz, really. Listen, Naz got to the world champ. I think, was Naz unified or either way? He made it. Is the point? Naz made it. Naz got off the mat a whole bag of times. He made it. Naz did. But the principle, people look at Naz and look at Ben Whittaker and see similarities about them. The difference is Naz didn't get popped until he hit the top level. Ben Whittaker got popped. Essentially, I think it's fair to say Liam Cameron is a solid British level dude. If you saw Liam Cameron versus Dan Aziz, for example, that's 50-50 all the way, right? So we're talking about British level here. A British level man made you fix to quit. That's where you at right now. And Naz said it at the time. People were saying, "Oh, Naz said, listen, you ain't from my cloth." And we can conclude that is correct. You're not, because Naz was a little as well, and he was knocking dudes out. All these kind of dudes. If you put Naz in there with Liam Cameron, he would have beat him or knocked him out, right? And he did do that his whole career until he got to in front of the Mexican Donny, who weren't playing no games. And that Mexican Donny, really, that's like a Golovkin. The caliber of that Mexican guy at this time who beat Naz, that was like fighting Golovkin, literally, or someone of that ilk. He wasn't no joke like that. The guy that beat Naz, he was solid, yeah, a genuine world champion, Golovkin-esque type fighter. Liam Cameron's got good potential, but as yet, it's British level, yeah. So, what are we doing here, Ben? I don't want to hear about how your ankle's been rolled on and how I don't want to hear about homecomings. I don't want to hear about front of your mind. We want to hear the plumber from Sheffield. You getting it? Real simple. If you've got time and energy to put out corny bars about memes and trying to be edgy with it and zesty with it, you can say, you plumber from Sheffield. That's what you can do. That's what the fans want. And I've got a video coming soon. There's a lot of Ben Whittaker homosexuals, and they're really committed, and I feel bad for them. They've been coming at me, "Oh, IB, you can't talk about nothing. You can't do this, you can't, oh man, you butthurt. Oh, IB, you haven't watched anime. You need to watch this anime and that anime, then you understand." I'm like, whoa, man, the Neeks are out of control. Let me tell you now for free. The Neeks are out of control, telling me about I need to watch more Cabal. I need to watch more Cabal programming, man. You bugging. I need to... YB, the Cabal programming hasn't indoctrinated you enough yet, so you ain't shilling it. Watch some more. Watch this one. Watch that one. Take that one. Take this one. Take that. Yeah, you man want me to take all the anime Cabal programming, man. Take it. 100%. But yeah, listen. I think Cameron's team at this time need to be vigilant. That's what they need to do. Often, even though Cameron, in theory, is the A side, he's not. He'll still be taking a 30-40% share, probably at best. He ain't never going to get more than 40%, even at this point. So he's got to be careful as a B-side. Although he's got Frank Warren on hand now, which is positive. That gives him some backing. But he needs to be careful not to get played by these guys. I believe these... Listen, this bit here. Oh, I had a good chat with his lawyer last night. Interesting convo. Really, there should be nothing interesting to talk about, right? It should be March, February. I believe where the interesting convo comes from, the lawyer's been saying things like, "Yeah, let's build this fight. It'd be good for both of us. Yeah, you have a few fights and we have a few fights, and then we'll come together. There's no point doing it now. This fight could be much bigger in a few years." So from Liam Cameron's point of view, his team, great, yeah, let's do that. In the meantime, there'll be some inside coup, and they'll have Liam Cameron in there boxing Boatsi and Beterbiev, right? Getting him all worn out, and then they'll say either, "Oh, look, he's lost a whole bunch of times anyway. We don't need to do the rematch now." Whilst Ben Whittaker fights pure bums. Yeah. Or, they'll put you in there with all the top dogs, get you worn out, and then Ben, in a few years from now, will come have a go on you. Now you've been in there with Beterbiev. Now Beterbiev's took your soul, and Boatsi's took your soul, kind of thing. So, that's what I think this is leaning to. So Cameron's team, listen, end of the day, Cameron wants to get paid. So I can't tell him what's right for him. But I'm sure I've seen it before where A B-side thinks they've made it and they're in the conversation now, and they get punked. They get punked again by the game players. So if I was Cameron's team, I'd stay stead strong. We won. Really, they have no leverage now. It's not like it's got a rematch clause or anything, but they need to stay heavy on the pressure. A lot of these lawyers often, like for example, Ben Whittaker's lawyer who's talking to Cameron's manager, they'll make you feel like they're your best friend all of a sudden. Oh, he's my long lost brother. Yeah. Brother Cohen and Steenberger. Come on now. Yeah, come on. What would Ben Whittaker's lawyer and Cameron's manager have to have a good chat about? When's the fight date, man? So when someone's buttering you up like that and having a good chat and it's really interesting, they've normally got ulterior motives there. Yeah, they're trying to get you on side so you don't keep the pressure on them. Hey, we want you. We want you bad. We don't want to talk on the phone and have interesting conversations with dudes I've never met before in a day in my life. We want to fight. That's what we want to do. Stay on the script. You quit, and I have you again. Yeah, you quit before, and I have another go on you again. Take that. That's the bars from Cameron's team. Simple as that. Send us the date. No problem. Minimum 8-12 weeks notice, however long. Just let us know the date within 12 weeks notice. Bash. Leave it as that. The next time you call my phone, Mr. Lawyer, I want to hear a date. I ain't trying to sit here and be best buddy and shit with you. Yeah? But these new age managers, they just, Sky, and obviously the lawyer, they know what they're doing, man. The lawyer will be saying to him, hey Lee, I know you manage Liam Cameron, but we've got some great opportunities at Boxer. You know, that's what they do. They try and Lee Eaton's sitting there thinking, it might be time to switch sides here. You just don't know, do you? So Liam Cameron, I'll say it to you. I don't know about Lee, I could be completely wrong, but Cameron needs to stay on script. Stay on script. And this fight is the only fight that makes sense next. I don't want to see Ben Whittaker have a bum and rump campaign to get his confidence back. He ain't at a high level enough yet. Fair enough, when AJ lost a few times against Usyk and things, he took a little step down. It's like, fair enough, he's earned that. You haven't hit that level where taking a step down. Liam Cameron was a logical step up. And you failed miserably. It's a bit like Campbell Hatton. I think Campbell Hatton actually had gone away and had a few more fights. But Campbell Hatton, either way, he went back in there and lost again. Didn't make no marked improvements. That's the game you're in, unfortunately. At that level, at that start of your career, or that stage of your career, after 10 years in the amateurs, if you can't come back and deal with this Liam Cameron problem, it's over for you. But at the same time, because what I've said is a fact, it will be over for you. That's why you got Ben Shalong and his manager trying to obfuscate from that fight. They'd much rather... People are... What's the word? The Joe public, the unwashed masses, they are... You put Ben Whittaker in there with another bum or two and get all the highlights and pump it on social media, people will forget. They will. The hardcores won't, but they will. The unwashed masses will forget. His Instagram followers will go up, so they know they're onto something good here. What's the point of spending it out? They'd rather just milk it. He could go on a UK campaign, fighting pure bums, building, learning. These people, AJ was learning. He's like 35-year-old. They were telling us he was learning. So for Ben Whittaker to be told at 25 or whatever, he's still learning, that can take him on a bum circuit for the next 5 years. There's been a few fighters who just fight bums. Look at Chris Eubank. Really? Chris Eubank Jr. does fight. Majority of his career, there's a few headline fights in there. I'm trying to think, who did he fight? Okay, he fought George Groves, more or less at the peak of George Groves' career. That's it. Yeah, that's it really. Billy Joe at the time, I guess, yeah. Eubank and Billy Joe could be similar to Ben Whittaker and Liam Cameron. That was the same, they're both British level type dudes. So yeah, I don't know, Eubank, as he's become more... He fought washed up DeGale. Yeah. James DeHorse. He beat James DeHorse, to be fair. Another light-skinned Donny, man. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they just get this. I hope it's nice and simple. I'll be excited to watch that fight, and genuinely, I'm happy. I'll back Liam Cameron to win. But But I'm happy if Ben Whittaker can pull something out of the bag and show us another side to himself. Fair play to him. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one, people. Wow. Stop it.